Hello, everyone. I made it to Sudbury, and I am so happy to be here. This is my hometown, and tomorrow I am doing an event where I'm hosting one of the doTERRA regional summits. And so I am here to host, and I'm here to speak. And I found out that about 2 days ago that I will be speaking for an hour. Such is life with doTERRA. So if you ever have been, I guess, petrified about last minute things, doTERRA is where you need to be to grow, because they will call you a week in advance and say, oh, by the way, can you host an event for us? And then you're like, when is it? Oh, it's next week. And you're like, oh, okay. And then they'll say, oh, and by the way, can you speak? And you're like, yeah, for sure. And they'll be like, okay, great. And then you find out 2 days before that it's an hour long, and you still don't know the topic. And then you find out what the topic is, and you still don't have the PowerPoint until the day before, which was, no, 2 days before, which is yesterday morning. And so, yes, adaptability, it's my strength, and I can go with the flow and be fine with that. But I don't know how anybody else does it. I'm just saying, because they do it to everybody. I remember when I had to speak at convention, there was like over 5,000 people in the room at that point. And I think it was like a couple of weeks in advance that I found out that I was speaking in front of over 5,000 people. I was like, what? Thankfully, I already knew what lit me up, and I just brought that strength. And so I just had to tweak a few things, and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. When you have 2 days, not a lot of practicing happening here, I have to say. So, all that to say is, one of the things I wanted to come on here and say is, and hello everyone, Nadia, adaptability baby. Yeah, that's me, Chris. I can talk for an hour, no problems. You may have noticed. No, not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Letitia says you can do it, baby. Yes, I will do it whether they like it or not, actually. So, you want to see my room? This is like a funky room that I got. Nice king size bed over there. I am going to talk to you today about what is it going to take to succeed. We have this training manual. You have me coming here like either every other day or every third day, sometimes every day, depends on my groove, because I'm adaptability and I change it up on you guys every so often. Hi, Josie. So one of the things that I wanted to just say to you is that we have all of these programs, and there's a program here and there's a program there. Emerge is just one of the programs. And the most important thing to know is that what is it going to take to succeed? It's going to take a whole lot of action. And it doesn't matter which program, it doesn't matter which script, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you don't do. In regards to how you do it, I would say, like, it does matter, but it doesn't matter how you do it, it matters that you do it. Emerge came into our lives when people were saying, well, I'm doing it, but I'm not really getting anywhere. And so that's where Emerge came in to help those people. But there's people out there who are succeeding and they didn't have any program, and they have succeeded with no program whatsoever. And then there's other people who succeeded and they had, a program, and they attributed that program to their success, and you'll hear that from them. Oh, Josie, school volunteer meeting was canceled, so I'm here with you now. Yay, you're meant to be here. Stay with me. And then you have program junkies. They're like, this program didn't work for me. I didn't succeed in doTERRA, so I need to find another program so that I can succeed. And then they'll use that program, and that program won't work for them. And then they'll look for another program, and they'll, and that won't help them. So, and so then they have to look at usually they have to go and find a life coach, to be honest. If doTERRA is not working for you and you're doing the action, then a life coach is probably a good idea, a soul coach. Sometimes it's about skills, you know, meaning that we can take somebody who didn't have any program and they didn't succeed, and then we gave them a merge and all of a sudden, boom, things blow up for them. So that happens, absolutely, because they were missing the skill piece. A lot of times when it comes to skills, so let me just say this, and this isn't the premise of what I want to say, but I'm always sharing these little tidbits of information. A lot of us come to these programs, and I think every program is brilliant. I really do. I think all the programs are great. The Empowered Success in and of itself is brilliant. It's so simple. It's just so easy. And then you just got to do the work, right? So it doesn't really, to me, matter the program. What matters is that you have all of the ingredients. So let me explain. When you're baking bread, so to all the gluten-free people out there, close your ears. When you're baking bread, you have all of the ingredients. And I say that missing, so let's just say that you do the emerge script, right? So the invitation. And you get in front of somebody and you're doing the invites, the first invite script. And you say, you know, what I usually do is I set appointments with people. And I get to know their health concerns and their goals. And I find out what they want to learn about, because I don't want to bore anyone. I talk about, you know, the company that I partnered with, doTERRA, and there's no obligation to buy. My part takes 30 minutes. Is this something that you'd be interested in? If they say yes, and you don't make a date with them, right? If you don't tell them to get out their calendar and make a date right there and then, guess what's going to happen? There's probably a 95% chance that you're never going to get a date with them. You're never going to set an appointment with them. You can phone them all you want, but something will come. The problem is that you just set an impression on them, and they don't want to buy what you do or buy what you say. They will feel how you made them feel. And there's a quote about that. Yes? Don't ask me to quote it. If you miss that, it's like baking the bread, putting all of the batter in, all of the ingredients, you know, together, and you put it in the oven and you bake it at the right temperature, and you take it out and you wonder what went wrong because you forgot the yeast and the bread didn't rise. If you do these programs and you miss these key ingredients, don't expect to rise, you guys. You're missing the yeast. You're missing the key ingredient. So what is it going to take to succeed? It's going to take you getting out there and doing classes and doing more classes and then doing classes more and then doing another class. And I would say the first priority that you have is classes. What, Donna? So why do we talk about one-on-ones all the time? One-on-ones are meant for those people whose classes aren't working out for them. That's it. Classes are the best way to succeed in this business, and getting classes from classes. What, Donna? What about the referrals? Referrals are for those people who can't get classes. You want to succeed in this business? You got to get those classes on the books. That's the way to succeed, and that's the way to do it as fast as possible. And then you guys, you'll have a life that you never dreamed of having. You can't even dream what the things that I couldn't have even dreamed. The things that I get to do today. The opportunities that I get to have today. The opportunities to bless, to serve, to give. The opportunities I get to be free, that I get to travel. I've always wanted to travel all of my life. I get to have freedom. I get to have financial freedom. I don't have to worry about where the next check's coming from. Guys, I don't even look at my check anymore because I always know it's going to be there and I know what the minimum is, and it's all kinds of crazy. It's stupid crazy. It's not stupid crazy. It's amazing crazy. It's like so amazing. It's stupid crazy. Okay. I've got 2 preteens and a teenager. All right. It's all sorts of stupid, sick. It's sick. Mom, this is sick. You know, one of the things that I do, I don't think you can see, I don't want you to, I was going to try to show you my computer. And then I realized I was like, doo-doo-doo. That's not what kind of video this is. How can I do this? I'm going to show you a picture, okay? But it's basically an action list that I have. I can't stop talking. Oh my God. Sometimes I swear that you guys all must think I'm drunk half the time. Okay, where was I? Hi Gwen, hi Kathy, Chris. You can fill in all the workbooks you like. You can theorize all the things you need to do to succeed, yet never do them. You'll never get anywhere. You can't take a journey if you aren't prepared to take the first step, and then the next 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 step, which looks like the first step, and then the next step, which looks like the second step, and then the next step after that. Kathy, planning 2 to 3 tonight. Yes. Nadia, what happens in this group stays in this group. Woohoo! It's a party when John is on the call. Okay, so guys, we need to do classes. It's not an option. It is the #1 thing. When you're doing a 101, and right under there it talks about referrals, the key first, before you ask for referrals, is to get a class. Don't ask for referrals if they say yes to a class. And I might change that and tweak that in the training manual. Tweak, I'm writing a note for myself. Tweak training manual. You want to ask for a class. Are you interested in what it's going to look like so that you can share this with your friends and family, and it'll be the exact same that it looks like here, except in a group? Is this something you'd be interested in? Yeah, great. I have Thursday night, Saturday morning. Which time works for you best? Saturday morning. Great, let's put it on the books, and I'm gonna send you an outline of how to invite people, and you can share with them. Like, I'll send you what to say to them, and don't tell them you're gonna send them a script. You're just gonna send them what they can say, and if they say, no, I don't need that, then fine, you're great. And then make sure that they know they don't have to put up a big buffet, you know, so in those things. So again, that's what it takes to succeed in this business. That's it. That's all. I hope this helped you guys. A little tidbit here of information. And I will see you soon. Bye.